The Committee on Homeland Security Subcommittee on Border and Maritime Security will come to order. Subcommittee is meeting today to examine CBP's procurement and use of technology to secure the southern border. In order to enhance situational awareness, we need to leverage technological force multipliers that provide persistent surveillance across wide swaths of remote areas along the border. Technologies such as cameras, night vision goggles, motion sensors, and surveillance equipment have become critical elements of our border security operations. These technologies have enhanced agent safety, provided constant monitoring of difficult-to-access areas, and extended situational awareness and the ability to interdict criminal activity faster in the hands of the men and women on the ground in a timely fashion. Situational awareness is contingent on feeding information from centralized operation centers far from the border down to the individual agent level on the front lines. CBP's border technology procurement efforts, to put it mildly, have a bit of a checkered history of not delivering timely acquisitions that include more failures than successes, including the Secure Border Initiative, a coastal interceptor vessel, ultralight aircraft detection.
Glenn Spencer has been trying to show McSally how ultralights can be detected, but she has refused to talk to him.
And mobile surveillance capability, which have all become synonymous with a deeply troubled acquisition process. These procurements have run over budget, behind schedule, been subject to litigation, and wasted a good deal of taxpayer dollars to boot. In this time of limited budgets, we cannot afford to waste $1 billion on a failed system to learn what not to do.
Glenn Spencer criticized the SBI Net, or Boeing Virtual Fence program, before it was installed. It turns out he was right.
Not to do. Border security cannot continue to be held back by a system that has an astonishing lack of urgency in getting it done for the people on the ground. Our agents and officers in the field desperately need the capabilities they have asked for to do the job. But on the whole, I don't believe CBP's Office of Technology and Acquisition, OTIA, has delivered the Arizona Technology Plan. As far as I can tell, the only procurement that is working well and is on budget is the Integrated Fixed Tower Program, located principally in my district.
In late 2015, ABP took a look at the Integrated Fixed Tower system, producing a YouTube video available online. It concluded that a smuggler or migrants could easily avoid detection by the 3 towers examined. NGL 046 and 049 are about 1.5 miles from the border. NGL 047 is about 4 miles from the border. The very rough terrain surrounding the cameras raises questions about line of sight. Its conclusion was that smugglers and migrants could easily avoid detection by the 3 towers it examined.
This comes after chronic delays and the cancellation of SBI Net. Now on track, Chief Vitello recently certified to Congress that the program meets its operational requirements. With the exception of that outlier, industry officials we have spoken to tell us over and over again CBP's requirements are often poorly drafted, ill-defined, and perhaps, most alarmingly, not stable. Transparency is also, as a result of CBP's troubling procurement record, I authored the Border Security Technology Accountability Act that ensures border security programs are meeting cost, schedule, and performance thresholds, and that technology is subjected to a rigorous independent verification and validation process. This legislation is vital to restore accountability, but it's being held up for reasons unknown in the Senate, even though it passed unanimously in the House.
The Border Security Technology Accountability Act of 2015, a 3-page document, was passed on a unanimous voice vote because it says and does nothing.
Deployment. Congress repeatedly asks a very simple question when it comes to border security. What will it take to gain situational awareness and operational control of the southern border? Up until now, the answer we received has been limited or not backed up by a requirements process similar to what the Department of Defense uses. In short, it was a guess. The Border Patrol and Air and Maritime Operations are involved in an effort called the Capability Gap Analysis Process, or CGAP, a scenario-based exercise designed to ferret out tactical weaknesses in our border security defense process. Congress expects the Border Patrol and Air and Marine to be able to quickly identify and justify the resources needed to secure the border. I'm optimistic the CGAP process is a much-needed step in that direction. finding solutions to CBP's and the Department of Homeland Security's management and transformation. Prior to joining GAO, Ms. Gambler worked at the National Endowment for Democracy's International Forum for Democratic Studies. The witness's full written statements will appear in the record. The chair now recognizes Chief Vitello for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Chairwoman McSally, Ranking Member Vela, and distinguished members of the subcommittee. It's an honor to appear before you today on behalf of the dedicated men and women of the United States Border Patrol and discuss the role of technology in our border security operations between the ports of entry. With these resources, our frontline agents are better informed, more effective, and safer. There is no doubt that technology is a critical factor of the Border Patrol's strategic plan, which implements a security approach based on risk and emphasizes unity of effort through integrated planning and execution with our partners. Detection technology extends the visual range and awareness of frontline agents. Ground sensors alert agents to movements and activity.
Acting Chief Vitello also praised the value of ground sensors when testifying before the House Committee on Oversight. Yet, a story in the Arizona Republic of June 3, 2013 reported that only 4% of alarm signals detected migrants or smugglers, and that the false alarm rate made these sensors next to useless.
To verify a target. All of this technology works together and ultimately enables the Border Patrol to gain situational awareness.
Note that Acting Chief Vitello speaks of situational awareness, but says nothing about operational control of the border.
I look forward to discussions on that. Having said that, I do think the programs that we have awarded have largely been successful once we've gotten over that procurement hump, and I look forward to questions going forward.
Thank you, Mr. Borkowski. The chair now recognizes Ms. Gambler for 5 minutes.
Good afternoon, Chairman McSally, Ranking Member Vela, members of the subcommittee. I appreciate the opportunity to testify at today's technologies under the former Secure Border Initiative and the current Arizona Border Surveillance Technology Plan. CBP has made progress in deploying programs under the plan, including fixed and mobile surveillance system, agent portable devices, and ground sensors.
Despite what Mrs. Gambler says, we are not aware of any progress CBP has made in replacing more than 13,000 ground sensors that presently have a false alarm rate of more than 90%. Ms. Gambler was the author of the 2013 report GAO 1325 that gave the Border Patrol a success rate of more than 73%. As ABP reported at the time, she got that number by using the Border Patrol's assumption that if they didn't see people crossing the border, it didn't happen.